Hello, hi everybody. Welcome to 2026. 2026, baby. We're going to pretend like it's not the 8th of Jan and it's the 1st of Jan, and we're also going to pretend that I didn't say I'm going to do Vloguary. Because I've genuinely been busy. Like, you don't understand. I need to start. The thing is, I don't like to speak about things too soon. So I'm going to speak about, the things that I've been going through, but vaguely. I think I'll speak about what happened, but I won't speak on anyway, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I watch my videos alone. But Happy New Year, guys. I hope that this year is prosperous and all the good things are gonna happen this year for sure. I got new headphones. I have a new hairstyle. I love my hairstyle so much. I feel good. I feel great. I feel motivation. I'm 100% sure that this year I'm gonna end it with like a lot of my vision board manifestations achieved. So let me start by saying I don't remember if I recorded anything for Christmas, but essentially I'd spent Christmas and New Year's by myself. But on Christmas, I wasn't working. I was at home doing basically nothing because everybody I knew wasn't here and I hadn't gotten paid yet. They paid us on the 31st, so I was just like, I'm just gonna be at home. Then on New Year's on the 31st, I was working, and this young man, not even young man, he's 30 years old. This person just, you know how I've been saying that, like, my future husband is a white man, he's 3 years older than me, yada, 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 yada. So this guy, this young white man, just comes up to me at work, and I've seen him before. I've seen him previously because he know what I come to find out is he knows the people that I know, and we'll get into that too. He knows the people that I know. So we had met, I think, in the beginning of the year before. No, in December of 2024 we had met, but it was just like really briefly because I was not talking romantically, but I was like having a conversation with somebody that you knew, right? So anyway, he approaches me at work and he's like, don't you live where I live? And it's a conversation I've had with people like multiple times because they obviously recognize me. I work relatively close to where I live, so I'm bound to see my neighbors often enough. So I was like, so I was like, where? And then he was like, and then I was like, oh yeah, I do live there. Then he's like, yeah, because I've been seeing you around, I can never forget a pretty face. I'm like, then I start to feel hot. And that's how I know I'm blushing. Like if I was a white person, it would have been over for me because my cheeks are so hot. Then he's like, because I had come to where I work previously, but it was an interaction that I remember, but I don't really remember their faces. You understand? Like you remember the vibe, but you don't really remember like who the vibe was with until you like see them again. Understand? And for me, if I don't see your face often enough, I forget what you look like. Sorry, that's just me, right? So he was like, we're having a bride at my place and I would love for you to come. And I was like, oh, that's cool, but I only knock off at this time. And he was like, oh, that's fine. You can come anytime. It doesn't matter. So I was like, I'd bet I'm for sure going to that because I'm not gonna do anything at home anyway. I was planning to just eat grapes under the table, write my manifestation on balloons, and then release them into the unknown, right? So cool. I say yes, and then I was like, where do you live? And then he gave me some random number. I only remember I remember 4 numbers: a 7, a 5, an 8, and a 1. Right? And then he just leaves. He doesn't give me his number. He doesn't tell me which block he lives in. None of that. I just remember those 4 numbers. And he also said he lives 2 blocks away from the center, right? So I was like, okay, I have that to go on. But do you know how many? Okay, it's fine. We'll get into that. I'm working. I'm thinking about these numbers in my head. And I forget that I work with numbers as well. So I have to remember numbers, I have to take people's numbers, yada, 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 whatever, right? I forget those I forget which order in which those 4 numbers are in, right? So I was like, maybe it's a sign that I shouldn't go. Like, maybe it's the universe saying something, right? So I knock off. Um, as I enter the gate, right, to go home, I'm thinking about this. I'm like, no man, I can't spend New Year's by myself, and people are out there living their best lives, and I've been invited to something, but I don't know where it is, you know. So I text my my peoples, and I'm like, guys, this white guy just invited me to his place. Should I go? It's not like it's outside of the place where I live. It's like in the area, in the vicinity, so I won't be needing to like get an Uber or anything. It's literally just like a walkable distance. And they were like, yeah, for sure, go. You're not gonna do anything anyway. Just be careful not to drink things. And I'm like, I don't even drink anyway. Like, I literally just brought this, and it had my water inside. Understand? So I was like, I bet. I get home, I change, I make sure I smell good, because I really love to smell good. Like, I don't know who doesn't, but for myself, I'm speaking for myself, I really like to smell good, and I really like to leave a good impression on other people, that I genuinely always smell good, right? Make sure I smell good, make sure I look cute. I'm like, should I bring anything? I don't know, because I don't even know where I'm going. The only thing that I remember is he said it's 2 blocks away from the center, right? So I start looking. I'm looking. I think it took me a good 45 minutes. But in my mind, this one place was somewhere I was gravitating towards. I was just like, I had the go-pubs, bro. I did not want to knock on that door at all. So I'm walking around. I went there that side, but I'm like, okay, I know that this place starts with a 7, so it can only be this place or that place. So I went to that place. I think I knocked on, like, I don't know how many doors. Nobody was opening, and I knew people were home, but nobody was opening their doors. So where the block was, when I was correct where the block was, right, I just had the floor wrong. I had gone around, and then I also remembered that I had seen his face in a red car. So I was like, okay, let me look for a parking that has red car. You know how many parking spaces and red cars? I was like, it's wraps, bro. If I don't find this place in the next 10 minutes, I'm just gonna go to the center, chill a bit, and then just go home, right? So I walked past like one more time. Like, something just said, just walk past one more time. And then I bump into this person. He's like, you came. I'm like, do you know how long it took me to find this place, you bastard? Okay, I didn't say you bastard, but you know what I mean. And he's like, oh, yada, 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 yada. Cool, right? We get inside his place, meet his friends, chill for a bit. Mind you, I was working at 6:45 the next day. I told myself that I was gonna chill there for a bit and then leave at 12. Right? I said I was gonna leave at 12. I did not leave at 12. I left at 2. I slept for 2 hours and then I had to go to work. Luckily, we closed it earlier, right? But still, I was tired as fuck. And my period started. I was like, what the fuck is going on? What is happening? Anyway, so I chill with these friends. I chill with him. We're speaking. You know that feeling you get when you're like comfortable with a straight? Because with me, every single time I've met a guy, every single time, I have been like, I don't want you to touch me. I'm not interested in you at all. We could be friends though, but I don't see anything romantic with you, period, right? But with this one, it was like meeting somebody that you've met before. Like, I've known you my whole life. I feel like we've been together for like 5 years, where, it's like, you understand. And that's how it felt. It's just that I was extremely exhausted and I didn't really feel like speaking. I just wanted to sleep. And I was around people that I didn't know, strangers. So I was mostly speaking to his friend who was, and he has a lot of black friends for a white man. Anyway, I was mostly speaking to his friend, yada yada, whatever, right? So obviously we exchanged numbers because I'm like, oh, this is never gonna happen again. I'm not going to play, which is ironic because wow, right? Exchange numbers, it's all good and well and dandy. And then I go home, I sleep, I go to work. Then he's like, I'm gonna take you to work. I was like, yeah, right. I woke up at 6, at 5. I went to work. He texted me at 10 and was like, oh, I just woke up. I'm like, I know. And then after I got back from work, I did my own things. I think I started doing laundry and I wasn't really feeling well because again my period started. So I took a lot of naps. Plus I was still tired. Like I was functioning on like 2 hours of sleep. So I had seen him the next day. We hung out the next day. And again, it was comfortable vibes. Conversation is a bit awkward, yes, but it's only because I feel like we're still nervous around it. Okay, he makes it very, very apparent that I make him nervous, period. Right? So I think it's still more awkward in that way, but it's still calm vibes, right? So we hang out on that day. It's all good and well. I go home and I continue what I'm doing. And he had, because we went on a walk, we were speaking about things, right? And he had let me know that he's not a very good like texter or communicator or whatever. And if I feel like, I'm being ghosted, I should just go to his thingy and just like say hi. And I was like, don't tempt me because I will do that. I'm crazy, like I will do that, right? So that's just to give context, right? So Monday comes, no? We hung out. When was the second? Was it a Friday or a Saturday? Don't remember when the second was. Let's say it was I don't know. Okay, it was the second, right? I go to work the next day, and then I go to work. I think I went to work until, because today is Thursday, yeah, until Tuesday. And on Monday, I was like, okay, Monday after work, I'm gonna just go see this person for like 5 minutes and I'm gonna go home because, duh, right? Go there, he's not home. I send him a voice note. I was like, hey, I was at your place, he doesn't respond. Tuesday, I wake up, I go to work, come back from work, I go to his place again, he's not there. Understandable, doing your own things, doesn't really matter. It drives me crazy when people give me the silent treatment or ghost me. Just like lack of communication is very annoying to me, right? I call him, he doesn't answer. I'm like, okay, it's whatever, he's probably busy, right? I go home. I'm about to take out my hair because I'm gonna do my hair. I did it yesterday, right? On Wednesday. And I'm scrolling on TikTok and then I get a text from him and he's like, hey, what did he say? He's like, yeah, I have a sneaking suspicion that you lied to me about where you live, yada, 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 because he had walked me home on the 2nd, which I think is a Friday, guys, I don't know. He had walked me home, and as I was climbing the steps, I had remembered that I had forgotten my laundry outside, so I turned around, and he was still there. He was, like, walking away, turned towards me, so I was like, it is what it is. Plus, I'm just going to get my laundry. It doesn't really, it's nothing that deep. So he was like, yeah, I saw you turn around and sneak away from the staircase. And I'm like, first of all, I knew something was wrong. I knew it. I was like, when I had called and he didn't answer, I was like, nah, it's wraps here. something is wrong. But I didn't want to probe it because, you can't act too crazy when the person is not yours yet. Understand? So I get that text and I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? The weird thing, nah? The very weird thing about my interactions with this guy so far is I have not said one lie. I usually lie to people, to men especially, when they ask me where I live. I always say block 27, I say block 32, I say phase 1. You know what I said? You know what I mean? But with this one, also my name, I never tell them my name. I always say my name is Jennifer, right? Always. But this one I was completely honest, which is why it threw me off when he was like, yeah, you lied to me. I was like, what the fuck is going on? And I wanted to make a joke, but I'm like, I don't know. We haven't really like argued before, because again, we've only like seen each other like 2 times. One of which those times he was inebriated, right? So I was like, listen, I don't like to explain myself, né? I'm saying this, I didn't text it. I don't like to explain myself at all. But I did. I genuinely care about this connection, and I feel like I really like this person in a way that I haven't liked anybody in a while. And I explained myself. I was like, listen, A, B, C, and D. I went to go get my laundry, and then I went home. And then he was like, oh, I understand, yada, yada, yada. And I just haven't seen him since. But we were texting yesterday while I was doing my hair, and he was like, yeah. He hasn't responded though since like 7 last night. And it genuinely drives me crazy. Cause it's like you can't be like that. You can't be lacking in everything. You can't tell me like, okay, just come and see me, and if I'm not responding, and then when I do that, you're just like MIA, or you're like mad at me for something that that's out of my control, because I literally could have explained to you in that very moment. I understand where he was coming from. Like, I don't want to be, because I am the type of person that I used to be the type of person that when I see or sense danger, when I'm like, my husband will never treat me like that. I just retreat. I'm like, okay, okay, let's leave it alone. Part ways like we never met before. So I was like, in big 2026, I'm going to change that. Genuine connections that I care about, I'm going to make the effort to put it in. And I feel like there was a switch that changed somehow, somewhere. I don't know. I feel very out of the loop. Even though it hasn't been that long, I just genuinely felt like I see a future with this person. It happens when you least expect it. It's so crazy. But anyway, that's the update on what I wanted to say. I wanted to say this on TikTok, but I was like, nah, we need to sit down and chat about it on YouTube, because this is serious. Also, remember that video that I made about the guy that I wanted to just like eat his face, and then it was raps, right? They know each other, and it has been made evident to me that this guy has a girlfriend, the one that I wanted to eat his face. And I haven't wanted to accept it until I was with this guy and we were chilling with his other friends, and he just brought it up. He was like, yeah, she knows. And then the friend was like, oh yeah, and his girlfriend. And I was like, girlfriend, right? And then in that moment, it just really sunk in. And I don't know if it's because I like somebody new, or I just had to hear it 3 times to accept it. But it's not even like I liked him like that. I just genuinely just wanted to do physical things with him, and that's it. Just like with the old white man, I don't. We'll speak about the old white man some other time. Actually, no, we won't speak about the old white man at all. Just know that there was a point in time when there was an old white man that wanted me. Okay, he's married too, and anyway, let me make my vision board, and then we'll talk about that in the next video. And then I'm going to try to do vloggy. I'm going to try, okay? Even though I only have like 9 days left until it's my birthday, and I have plans. I had plans on my birthday, but now because they switched my schedules, I have to work on my birthday, which sucks ass. But it is what it is, really. Like, at the end of the day, there's nothing I can do about it. And as long as I still have a job and I'm making money and I'm being a boss babe. Okay. Well, I hope things get better because I am being driven crazy. The silent treatment, being ghosted, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Rather tell me, like, say, hey, I'm gonna be busy today, or hey, I don't want to talk to you anymore. Please leave me alone. And I may not understand it, I may want to know why, but at least you were honest with me and you said, communication is very important to me. Connections are very important to me. Finding people that I really genuinely care about and having that feeling being reciprocated is very important to me. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know, because I felt like going into the year, like, that was December 31st, and I was like, I'm genuinely living in what I've been speaking about for months in that very moment. And now that very moment didn't even last that long. It hasn't even been a week, and it's already turmoil. And as I was reading his message too, I was like, yo, if we get into it one day, it's going to be so ugly. I hope that never happens. Honestly, I don't want problems. I want peace. And yes, I know, like, with people, genuinely, you are going to have those, rough moments, but I guess it depends on who you want to share those rough moments with. Not everything is going to be sunshine and rainbows. The sun will always come out tomorrow, just like it's out today. Hey, but yeah, that's what's on my mind. It's going to be on my mind until he responds to my text. Or I could just call him. I don't know. It makes me sad, mad. Anyway, bye guys. Thank you for watching my video. And this video better not... Okay, but it's fine. It's fine. If you go viral, if this video goes viral, I swear to God. Okay, bye.